everybody, my name is Walid and welcome back to SAP Chats podcast, where I make corporate content look fun and engaging. My guest today is Stéphane Henry from Inetum SAP Partner. Stéphane Henry is the managing director of the SAP business line at Inetum in Africa, and he has a long career with IBM. So for me, Stéphane is a techie guy. And we call Stéphane in the SAP ecosystem like the only managing director who really knows deep dives in the SAP products. This is very special. And a bit of history. Stéphane has been the director of ValuePass. ValuePass was one of the very first established SAP partners in Francophone Africa. And long story short, I won't deep dive into these details. ValuePass has been integrated into Inetum. So Inetum today is one of the strongest SAP partners worldwide. So it's simply unbelievable what Stéphane has achieved so far. So I'm really excited to discuss and chat about all of this with Stéphane. So Stéphane, welcome to SAP Chats.
Thank you, Walid. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you. And you know a lot of things about me, so it's impressive.
Excellent. So I have introduced you enough from a business perspective. So now I would like you to tell us who is Stéphane Henry, but outside, the SAP ecosystem.
First of all, I can say I'm half French, half Moroccan. I've been living in Morocco for now more than 20 years. But first of all, I'm still SAP fan. I've been SAP fan since the beginning of my career. And very curious, as you said, very techy, maybe sometimes geek as well. But SAP is a big part of my life, yes. Otherwise, apart from that, I'm a photographer, so I'm very happy to be here in a studio. So
oh, interesting.
Basically,
how do you find our studio?
Nice,
SAP
very
Chats?
nice, very nice.
Thanks.
Light colors and so on.
Excellent, Stéphane. So before we deep dive into this business and tech discussions, I have prepared a surprise quiz, 5 short questions, but there is a rule. You can answer with one word. You cannot elaborate.
Accepted.
And at the end, you can pick one of the 5 questions, choose one, and then you can elaborate, but at the very end, okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Stéphane, do you prefer public cloud or private cloud projects?
Public.
Public cloud, okay. So as per your experience, what's the difference between doing business in Africa and doing business in Europe?
More impacting here in Africa.
More impacting, all right. I accept it because it's an expression.
Yes.
So the impacts.
Impact.
All right. So you are managing the whole African continent from an SAP perspective, right, at Inetum?
Not all, but
more or less. Okay.
Not only the francophone part.
Francophone Africa.
Yeah, francophone.
Interesting.
Especially francophone Africa.
Okay. So pick one of the cities in francophone Africa that has made the most impact on you.
Casablanca.
Casablanca. All right. What was the best SAP event that you have already attended in your career?
Sapphire, a long time ago.
Sapphire.
Okay. Long time ago.
Do you remember when, more or less?
I think it was 18.
2018.
Yes.
All right.
17 or 18.
Last question. What's your favorite Moroccan dish?
Tagine.
Tagine, okay. Which one?
Chicken with olive.
Chicken with olive. Nice one. All right. So now you can choose one of the questions.
Don't choose the last one. No, first one. Public or private?
Private
yes.
Cloud ERP. All right.
Definitely.
Now you can say whatever you want.
public cloud for me is kind of a dream. I mean, when I've arrived in Morocco more than 20 years ago, we were implementing SAP only for big companies, and it was kind of frustration. After several projects, we thought, okay, we have done everything we could do, and what will be our business? We have to go somewhere else. So our main target was to facilitate the entry in the SAP world for customers. We have optimized the delivery time for implementation. We have optimized the costs. From a pricing perspective, from SAP, price has decreased as well, but it was still a huge amount of work and of money to invest to be able to be SAP a customer. With public cloud, things have really changed. I mean, you have still the best ERP, but for an affordable price. And for me, it really opens what we can do and what we can bring to customers. So it was an opportunity to invest in this solution. And I'm really believing that we are doing with S4 Public Cloud what customers are expecting.
All right, so it's good that you have chosen this one, because the next question was about public cloud actually. And Inetum in Francophone Africa has been and is the first actually early adopter of the Grow with SAP. So just for my audience, Grow with SAP is equivalent to SAP S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition. So Stéphane, this early adopter program, you are the first one in Francophone Africa. Can you tell us a bit about your experience or a bit of feedback about it?
First, we were really impatient to start. We knew that public cloud was released in localized countries, but not for Africa. It was several years ago. We heard 2 years ago that it would be, or 2 or 3 years ago, that it would be available for us, but without any commitment on the release date for us. So we had, at the end, I've counted, we have been waiting for 12 months, more than 12 months, between the moment where we knew it would be possible and the moment it was really possible. So, but we had time to train, to make workshops with SAP, to prepare for localization, and to build the teams as well. And we were ready when it has been released, and so we could jumpstart when it has been released.
Excellent.
So that's one thing. We were really impatient because we could imagine the value of the solution. Of course, it was a journey because not everything. We were the first in the region, not the first in the world to localize, but maybe among the first. So a lot of issues, a lot of difficulties, we can say, that we, together with technical teams from SAP, we could sort out. With help of, I don't even remember when, but we had a lot of contacts at product, sometimes in Germany, to help us to make the first steps with S4 Public Cloud.
All right. Interesting to have your feedback about the early adopter program for Grow with SAP. I'd like to know more about your team, your projects, and how are you handling all of this. So, do you have many certified consultants in SAP S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition?
Yes, we have many, and we are. It's an ongoing process. We have to train and to certify consultants. I will not give you all the secrets of our training or enablement plans, but yes, it's a key, of course, to have consultants experienced and ready to do this project with a special mindset. which is really different from, let's say, classical SAP or ERP. So we have this certification program, and we can say that the target is to have 80% of the consultants certified by the end of next year. So we are in progress so far.
Very ambitious targets, indeed. Do you target any specific industries when it comes to public cloud?
No. It's too difficult to target industries, and we think it's better to have. Of course, we have some expertise in some areas and some industry sectors, but we don't want to limit to these sectors. We gain experience. We are building some packages for these sectors, but we want to address the global market.
All right. And you have spoken about the mindsets. Can you elaborate this mindset parts for the public cloud? I mean, briefly.
It's difficult to elaborate briefly because this mindset is you have to guide the customer without forcing him. You do some change management, you bring solutions, you iterate. It's really a pragmatic approach, and it's a combination of several things. If you guide too much, then you fail. If you open too much, then you fail. So it's really something in between to manage. Not easy, but we are trying to do it successfully.
All right. So hopefully you're gonna reach this 80%. Maybe more.
Yes.
Yeah, and grow with SAP projects, the duration, is there any minimum or average? Can you give us a view on that?
Minimum, we are still working on it, but our motto is the best ERP, 100 days, 1 million dirhams. That's the Adopt to Win package motto. 3 months, 100 days is maybe can be optimized, but I think it's a minimum because a customer has to adopt the solution. Change management cannot be reduced more than that. Maybe we can say 1 week, but not 1 month. Then for the highest part of duration, we have projects of 8 months. So it will, I would say, between 3 and 8 months.
3 and 8. Interesting. And well, I've heard that you have made an implementation in 3 months.
Yes.
Is it a real story or just an exaggeration?
It's a real story. And it was the first time in the country, so it was not only customer success, but something new, so with new specificities and so on. So it was really a challenge, but the customer had the challenge, had the time constraint, and we had to do it in this moment of time. So, but I would say the duration of a project is linked to the mindset too. If customer is willing to have everything in the project, it cannot take 3 months. If he's able, and we are part of it, we have to explain. If he's able to manage priorities, so we will do a first project in 3 months, and then have the incremental approach and bring some other process, some other functions later on with other ongoing projects. So I would say we can do a project in 3 months. It's the ideal situation for me, not only for us but for customers as well, because they start to gain after 3 months, and then they can increase the expectations or the size of the solution.
I like this approach of going live in 3 months, for example, and then this incremental approach. And I think that's why we call it grow with SAP, because the customer
Absolutely.
grows, business grows, and the ERP grows with them as well. So you have said that you have an offer or a package where customers can implement SAP for 1 million dirham, right? 1 million dirham, it's more or less the equivalent of 100,000 euros, and 100 days, right? I mean, more or less 3 months.
Yes.
And I think this is going to lead us to discuss about this packaging approach. I'd like my audience to understand a bit about the packaging approach. So we speak about the QPPS at SAP. So QPPS is Qualified Partner Package Solution. And I know that Inetum, in Francophone Africa, once again, you have been the first one to certify a QPPS for Grow with the SAP. This package, has it been part of these implementations that you have spoken about? Did they impact your business and the implementations?
Of course. This package is the scope of Adopt to Win. This first package is finance,
Sorry,
procurement.
you call it Adopt to Win?
Adopt to Win.
Adopt to
Win. Yes.
Okay.
It's something we have built together with a global practice at Inetum. It was initially started in Spain, so we have brought our own part on top of the Spanish Adopt to Win, let's say. But it's the same basis, it's the same concept, scope, and a methodology to be able to achieve this 3 months time frame and this budget. So of course, it had a huge impact on our business, and will continue to have. And we are developing other packages, but these ones are more. Adopt to Win is a generalist, is for all industry sectors because it's a support scope, finance and procurement. We are developing packages for industries now. And we have something like 12 industry package currently under construction, and some of them will be released in the next 3 months.
Interesting. So this Adopt to Win package, if I understand well, it's not industry specific.
No.
It's more about the methodology and the implementation best practices, right?
Yes.
Do you have in mind any industries that will come next in your packages, if it's not a secret?
Construction, retail, logistics are the 3 maybe more advanced, which should be released in the next months.
Okay, construction, retail,
logistics.
Logistics. Okay, so we are looking forward to see these packages live and work on them together. A question about the, I will go back again to the skills, to the upskilling and to the mindset. So I know that you and your team, you have been very involved in the coaching sessions that we have been organizing these last years and periods. You have attended, I think, all of them, not only here in Morocco, but some happened in Dubai, in Europe and so on. And speaking about Grow with SAP, there are specific topics that we usually cover, like the GLX, the Go Live experience, and the localization as a service, right? Did you get any feedback from your team about these two, the GLX first Go Live experience workshop?
Not really for GLX. I don't have the feedback myself. But we are part of a lot of initiatives proposed by SAP, not only at local level, but at global level as well. So there are a lot of early adopters programs or advanced development partner program. So we are part of all these programs. So either directly here in the region or from global SAP. And of course, as we are invited, we use the possibility, and we are extremely happy to be invited, and we participate as much as we can, of course. It's always a good thing to share what we have learned and to learn from what you can bring from other countries, other solutions. The early adopter program for the localization, we were working with SAP developers on several items that are not yet released, and so it's a kind of privilege for us to be part of the development of the solution. So of course we like to participate in this.
So do you mean that SAP listens to you, to the requirements, and we incorporate these requirements into the solution?
Yes.
That's one.
A lot of programs.
Premium advantage. Huh? Excellent. All right, so let's conclude on something that people speak a lot about these days, so artificial intelligence. You are one of the strongest partners in the landscape now. So, Stéphane, imagine that you meet with the CEO of one of your prospects in an elevator classic, and you want to pitch the AI to them, but you just have 1 minute, let's say.
AI or SAP AI?
Yeah, SAP or SAP Business AI.
Yeah, because,
this way. Because
AI in general, I would say maybe I'm not the best to explain, best person to explain, but I could say something about SAP AI and my point of view on this.
That's what my audience is interested into, so SAP Business AI.
Because AI is, you have two parts. You have the algorithm part, which is very technical and difficult to explain, but something very easy to explain is the data part. And SAP is recognized for the quality of the data because it's real data from customers. So if you put AI on this, you will have results of with a very high quality because algorithm, if it's classic, okay, but the data behind this is the real customer data and is accurate. So the results will be accurate as well. So for me, the main difference between SAP AI and other AI is the quality of the data as an input.
Great. So the data is key.
Yes.
And you confirm the saying of the best AI will come from the folks who provide you with your core business application. In this case, it's SAP with Inetum. So Stéphane, we come to the end of the episode. Would you like to add something, maybe address a message to your customers?
They can count on us to continue to innovate and to be pioneers, as we have always tried to do and to be. So we did that for S4HANA, we did that for many other topics. I hope we can do that for next steps as well.
All right. Thank you, Stéphane.
Thank you,
really
Walid.
good.
Thank you.
Thanks.